Cisco Webex is basically a video conferencing platform. You can think about it. If you know about a few, you know about Zoom, Skype, there's Google Hangouts, Google Meet. We consider Cisco Webex to be a video conferencing platform on steroids, basically. In order to get an invite from your teacher, all of our students were given school-issued email addresses via schools.edu.vg. All the email addresses are used or issued to each student. Now, I must make a few things clear. The VI schools edu.vg email accounts are basically Gmail accounts. It's just that the schools, we have a special domain that we issue or we utilize at the ministry, and we assign these VI schools addresses to our students. So by now, some of your teachers will have been sharing these addresses with you. And we're gonna use these addresses for school purposes. We're trying to eliminate all excuses. For example, if we use personal email addresses, we'll be faced with so many problems. Sometimes persons forget their passwords, they forget their email addresses if they're not using it. And then it kind of facilitates or gives room for excuses on the parents and the students' parts. We can't create an email address and different excuses, but with the school issued addresses, the Ministry of Education will be managing them. So if a parent happens to forget their password, if they inform their teacher or their principal, that teacher or principal will come straight to the ICT unit and the issue is solved right away. For remote learning, the Ministry of Education has suggested 3 platforms. Cisco Webex will be used by grades K through 12. Class Dojo will be utilized by K through 3, and Google Classroom will be used for grades 4 through 12. Okay, so what happens or how will a teacher notify the parents about class? So with Cisco Webex, our students are not required to sign up for Cisco Webex. The only thing that you can do to speed up the process is to basically download the application before even using it. But there's no need to go to Cisco Webex and create a username or a password for your child. The way it works is that the teacher is responsible to schedule the class. And I'm going to share my screen with you again. The teacher will share or invite each student to the virtual lesson, and it's the student's responsibility to accept the invite. Now, to access your VI Schools account, it's quite simple. Like I said before, it's a Gmail account. If you're already signed in to a personal account on your laptop, or you have multiple accounts on your one laptop using your web browser, if you go right here to the top right with your icon, some of you have pictures. This one, I don't have any. I just use an example account for this demonstration. If you click here, you will be able to add another account. All right, so using your VI Schools account, I'm going to sign in. And this account is an actual student's account. Using my cousin's account, a student at Brigado Flax. And if I go through her inbox, she's in grade 7. A few of her teachers have already sent her Webex invites, and the teachers have already begun to go through the process with some students. My colleague, Miss Glenda Stevens, sent her one just for demonstration purposes. So if I click on the email, I will see a few things in here. I will have the date, the topic, and the only thing that I need to do, I can also note the meeting number and the password. I'm going to talk about that a bit. The only thing that I need to do to join this class is hit this join button right here. And it will take you straight to the class. All right, so now I'm going to share what you see when you get in. So now I'm in your class. This is what is considered to be the meeting window. And as parents, we're only concerned with a few things, and I'm going to walk you through them. The icons at the bottom. You have a microphone, basically to mute and unmute. The video icon to mute, to stop or enable your video. This is the icon here, the share content icon that allowed me to share my presentation with you guys a few minutes ago, and even my meeting screen as you're seeing now. Teachers will have this recording icon that allows them to pre-record lessons. I will record their lessons, and as the minister said, we will be preparing packages. We are encouraging our teachers to pre-record lessons. Students will not see this icon on their end. The next icon is the participants icon. Once activated, the participants pane on the right appears, and you will see who is active in that class or in that meeting session at that time. So right now it's only 5 of us in here. Now, the next one is a chat icon, and here students can chat to the classroom, or there's a feature where they can also chat to individual students. But this one is tricky, and we're going to have to try to control our kids to the best of our abilities in the classroom. So teachers also have the ability to turn off this feature. So at the top, I'm going to go at the top again, and there's something here called assigned privileges that your teachers or teachers will have access to that can actually allow or did not allow students to participate in chats privately. The teacher can have the ability to turn it on to speak only to themselves. They can turn off the other participants. Or even if this chat becomes distracting, the teacher can also decide, hey, I don't want that distraction on my class. For now, everyone, we will just kill the chat altogether. So that's up to the teacher and the way that they condition students. The other icon is more options. And here, this is where the teachers can actually lock the meeting. So if my meeting is locked, kind of like if a child is late for their class, the teacher can lock the meeting, and that ID, meeting ID and password that I previously showed you guys, they will need to enter this information in order to get into the class. Now, what happens in that instance is that the child will be placed in what we call a virtual lobby, and the teacher will actually have to give them access to the classroom, or to the virtual session, I should say.